Good afternoon, dignitaries, staff, community members, and neighbors to beautiful Trevor Park. I'm Parks Commissioner Steve Sansone, here along with my deputy Lisa McKay and the Parks team. I can't tell you how excited we are to be here with all of you. From Lennon to Pitkin to now Trevor, and more is to come. We were here in January for the official groundbreaking of Renovations, and now we are here on schedule to show you progress and results. So let's pay respect first, as always, to history, paying homage to John Bond Trevor, a successful Wall Street banker and stockbroker who moved here in 1861 in a Victorian home known as Edgewater, which no longer stands. He built beautiful Glenview, and with his partner James Colgate, the Warburton Avenue Baptist Church. He was founder of what eventually became St. John's Hospital. The city of Yonkers bought the house and grounds in 1922 under then Mayor Walter Tausig with the intent to use as a public park. 6 years later, the Glenview House was opened as a museum, becoming the Hudson River Museum in 1948. I say all of this out of respect, but more importantly, thanks to our forefathers that had the wisdom to purchase these lands, or we in essence wouldn't have a park here. So we're grateful for his forward thinking. And we're grateful to all of you, especially our Mayor and Councilwoman Williams and the Trevor Park Committee that continue to advocate for this beautiful park, which after many years needed an updating and a fresh look while maintaining its serenity and beautiful views. It continues to be a venue for recreation, sports, respite, events, and gathering of neighbors. In fact, a plug, this Friday night we will be here with our big blow-up screen movie and showing Shazam! Fury of Gods. And there'll be a wonderful concert at the museum, which starts at 8 o'clock. Am I correct? Yes. Today we show you the first in a series of renovations. Special thanks to our continued partnership with our engineering department as we move forward with renovations in more than a dozen of our 82 parks and playgrounds. I know Carlos De Jesus is here. Where are you, Carlos?
Back here.
Back here? Unsung, the engineering department working with us. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you so much. This is the first phase, $1.2 million. It involves a process of meeting with the outside design team and our internal think tank, as well as the contractor, and in this case, an invested community committee to work with. The results are not always the toasty things, so realizing we're correcting years of structural issues, drainage issues, retaining walls, walkways, not everything is the equipment, and these courts really needed some work. So infrastructure first, and it all fell into place, bringing us here today. So we have new tennis courts, new basketball courts, new fencing, retaining walls, new benches, new rubber matting under the playgrounds, and we had our staff install 2 monarch butterfly gardens, as well as doing tree work and other important incidentals. We were fortunate to find additional funding for the fitness workout area with safety surfacing to include an arm bike, push-up bars, combi steps, a cross trainer, a city bike, and magnetic bells. This was supposed to be in the next phase, but we wanted to figure out how to complete this quadrant of the park as a whole. We enjoyed working with Edgewater Design and Compan on this project, and with Landy Construction, no relation to our deputy mayor. What a remarkable improvement to what was here. And remember, this is only the first phase. We appreciate our mayor's vision, support, and inspiration on our parks upgrade journey. Please welcome, everyone, Mayor Mike Spano.
Thank you, Steve. And there's so much I really want to say, and I don't think I'll get to everything that I want to say, but I'll do the best I can. I mean, let me start off by saying thank you to our Senate Majority Leader who's here, Andrew Stewart Cousins, who, let's give him a nice round of applause, who is constantly there for us, whether helping us provide additional funding through grants or just direct aid that allows us to, to basically liberate other funds so we can do some of the things that we do here. So, Senator, thank you so much. Thank you to the delegation. Thank you to the Parks Board. I see Maria Trulli's here, and certainly it's good to have our park. I think Darnell's here too, right? So, but where do we begin? I mean, we wanted to do the improvements to this park. Councilwoman Williams said we need to put money into Trevor Park, and then she said, but not without the cooperation of the people that live here. And that's right, and it was. And that was a lot of work, because we all know some of our friends here They've lived here for generations. I mean this with love and respect. They have lots of opinions, and Simmer knows. And so there was a process that had to go along, and Sinead did a great job in seeing that process through, where we would have come up with a vision like this and be able to build the first phase of this park and do it in such a beautiful way. It looks beautiful. It's going to be so good for the kids in our community. That's one thing. I could also say thank you to our city council, especially the majority of the city council. They want to invest in our parks. They look at the parks and they look at our park system, 82 parks in the city, and said, you know, there's been a lot of neglect on the west side, and decided to put their money where their mouths were, and putting forth tens of millions of dollars of funding so that we could improve these parks, and it's having an impact. And we're opening up space, where space really has not been the way it should be for the kids in our community, and we're seeing that. We're opening up new parks, and we're going to open up another park, a 3-acre park at the foot of Ludlow Street in the next year or so. So we are excited. We're working together. Our community is engaged, and they're a part of what's happening, and we couldn't be happier. And as far as this park is concerned, yeah, this is a park with tradition. This is a park that, I think out of all the parks in our city, and I mean this is the one people take personal. This is the park where you will meet people who have been here for generations, who will say, no, not Trevor. Trevor, we have to do it a certain way. And I couldn't agree with them more. This park is really a gem, and we have to make sure that we continue to hold it in high regard as we currently do. So, again, I know I probably missed a few people, and I see Masha is here too from the Hudson River Museum, so it's good to have you here. And it's also good to see Simmer Brendan, our new county legislator, who's with us. I'll end up by saying this: 82 parks. It's hard to take care of 82 parks, and in Yonkers we have our park staff, especially our Teamsters. Many of them are standing here with me today. They go out of their way to maintain these parks, and they don't come in with a lawnmower and an air blower and just blast the place and leave. They come in and they take care of these parks. They manicure these parks. They make sure that every little detail is taken care of, because you know what? Most of them live here, work here, their children go to parks here, and certainly they want to make sure that the experience here is what it should be, and it is because of them. So do me a favor, let's give our parks crew a nice round of applause for what they do. Keep up the great work, guys, and let's get this ribbon cut.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate the support of our State Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart Cousins. Please welcome her.
Thank you, Commissioner, and I don't think I could say it any better, obviously, than the mayor did. The investment that this administration, under your leadership, Mayor, and the City Council, all the partners, thank you, Sinead, whose district this is. This is my district, too. I go around to all these parks, and we talk about my life on the state level, but this is my district, and I'm excited when we continue to invest all over the state, all over the county, certainly in my home district, and in a park, as the mayor said, that is just so important to the fabric and the vibrancy of what goes on here. I also want to recognize, I know you'll be speaking, the Majority Leader Tasha Diaz here in the City Council, and all of the members. When we talk about history, Simra, the new legislator, is the one I think who first dragged me down to Trevor when I moved here, because I was a transplant from the city. But Trevor was the park to go to. It was where Rob Morton, where's Rob? Yes, had tennis lessons. You know, people don't think, especially in communities of color, that people cared about playing tennis. You know, there's all these assumptions, but the assumptions didn't exist here in this park. You know, not only was there basketball, but there was tennis, and it was just, this is where when the parade ended, the African American parade ended, everybody was here, and it's just family. It's a feeling. It's beyond a park, and I'm happy because of the renovations that the feeling has been brought back. It's been brought back bigger and better, and the emphasis on making sure that everyone can enjoy the park is, I think, what we always want to make sure people understand. So I'm happy to be able to support in all the ways the state supports, especially when our partners, our legislative partners, are investing in the growth in every way of our community. So again, congratulations, and thank you again to the staff that makes it happen.
Thank you. We appreciate the tenacity, support, and ingenuity also of our 1st District Councilwoman during this process. Welcome, Shanae Williams, Councilperson.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a great day for this. I'm happy we're in the shade. Thank you, Senator. So, in 2018, when I got elected and, started on the council, there was already a lot of projects happening through the Parks Department. I remember at Serato Park, they were renovating there. And of course, as elected officials, we're so used to hearing from our community, but oftentimes we only really hear when it's the less than positive comments that they have to give and feedback that they had to give. And so there was a lot of concerns that the community had with that particular park at Serato. And so I thought about it, and when I decided to put together the community Trevor Park committee, it was really because I didn't want the same experience that the community had gone through with Serato Park to happen with this park. And I think we all can agree that Trevor Park is not just a beautiful, stunning, amazing park, but it's also very much a staple in this community. And that is why it was so important for me to make sure that we brought everyone together, especially the people who have been using this park for years and who will continue to use this park. And that is why I'm so happy that some of our members from the Trevor Park Committee could be here today. So I just want to give them a shout out. If you could raise your hand. I know Cloud is here, Dwayne. Melvin to my left. Donnell is here, and Artie might be right behind me. Thank you all so much, and for those who couldn't make it today, their input was so very valuable, and I'm just really excited. This is the very, very first phase of Trevor Park. This is what $1.2 million gets us, okay? But this park deserves so much more, and that is why there's going to be a phase 2 and a phase 3 to make sure that we have everything that can serve everyone and be as accessible as possible. When people ask us on the City Council, where's our taxpayer dollars going? This is where it's going, right back into the community, into capital projects such as this. And so that makes me very proud. It makes me very happy. I can't wait to hit the basketball court, even though I'm not good at basketball. I got my tennis shoes on, okay? I'm going to do something. Come on out and enjoy. I'm way worse at tennis than I am basketball. But I'm great in a kayak. But this is what the community is all about. This gives me, this is what I love to do, is to serve, and this is a part of that one small part of that big job that I get to do. I'm so happy. I want to give a quick shout out to my friends at CSCE that's here. I see Coach DeSimone and others and some of the students. I know that this park will completely be used by our neighbors, such as the charter school, such as the Hudson River Museum, who's right next door, and so many others that live here, and that's what this is about. So thank you to our Parks Department, our mayor, our partners in the state and county. Thank you to everyone that made this happen, especially our engineers. and especially my friend, Commissioner Sansone and Lisa, who I don't think is here, but we love you. And I didn't see you. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Deputy Commissioner. I appreciate you all, and let's get this ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Well said, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you, yes. And thank you, yes, again, thank you. I want to give a personal thank you to Michael and the Charter School for coming here today. They're always great partners of ours. Thank you, Michael. And we're going to bring up our Majority Leader, Tasha Diaz, who saw some new friends up there that we were just looking at in the park. Am I correct?
Did you let them go on purpose?
Good afternoon, Yonkers. Today is an awesome day, not only for Yonkers, but for this actual neighborhood. The people behind us, this is what it looks like when we band together for the community. We heard the wants and the needs of the community, and we have delivered. We will continue to deliver. Why? We want our children to have safe places to play, to come out and gather. Myself, this is a very touchful moment for me, because coming to this park, you know, marching from Serrato Park to for the Ragamuffin Parade, and coming down here, learning how to ride my bike down here, roller skating down here. This is what it's about. It's about the community and giving back. So thank you to all of the partners. Thank you to the commissioner and the deputy commissioner of parks, because I know they get tired of me ringing their phone down, but it's because they ring ours down. So we got to deliver for the community. And thank you, Mr. Mayor. Why? Because anything that we ask for in the city for our community, whether it's on the south side, the west side, or the east side, he delivers for us. So thank you. Thank you to the Parks Department that is always on the call, whether it be coming up and cleaning up after food distribution or coming up and cleaning up the parks. We love you, we need you, and keep up the good work.
The deer. You forgot the deer. You forgot the deer you pointed out up there that we were all looking at. I do want to acknowledge some friends that have come out from their busy schedules to join us today. Of course, we have Councilman John Rubo is here. John? Hope I don't miss anybody. We have our Deputy Mayor, Anthony Landy. Maria George is representing our City Council President, Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, who was here like a week or so ago, taking videos, loving this park. We miss her.
Just mention real quick, because Lakeisha, as you know, really wanted to be here. This was very big on her agenda, or something that she wanted to see happen. And insult to injury, her elevator went out today.
Right.
So she wasn't able to get here, but she would have been here if she.
And we're accessible now, so it would have worked. Absolutely.
All right. So we
miss her.
We're thinking about her.
Absolutely. Let's see. We have, again, County Legislator Simmer Branton is here. Simmer. From our wonderful Parks Board, we have with us Maria Chuli, Chuck Lesnick, and Tom Meyer Jr. Let me see. Who did I miss? Our Director of Maintenance, Gino Puglisi, is here. And crew. I got everybody? Help me out, Lisa. Am I good? Yeah. Huh? Deanna Robinson is here. There she is. See you. I think we got it all, right? So just for the future, much of the next phase will be devoted to our animal friends. We're installing 2 fenced-in dog run areas just across the path there on the left. In addition, we'll be working to add some overlooks and pave the pathway. The third phase will include rehabbing the existing fields, removing existing bleachers, installing new bleachers, and improving the passive park setting with new benches and a possible walking path. Of course, the restrooms will also be done in the future as well. So, all good stuff. I guess it's time to cut our ribbon, and we'll be on our next journey, which will be Smith Park.